Hey guys, what's up? DMTKiller here for episode 2 of how to really Java for noobs, episode 2. As you can see, this is exactly where we left off last time. If you run it, hello world. So now I'm going to teach you about data types, primitive data types. What you want to do is you want to create a new class in your YouTube um, or your tutorial folder. As you can see here, there is a button right there, so called New Java Class. So you don't have to go here and then class. You can just click that. That's a little shortcut for you guys. We're gonna name this program 2. By the way, capital P. Very important to name your classes with the first thing capital. So let's do that. And remember, delete because we start like BAMFs and we start fresh. So as you can tell in our last, we had a public class. So we're going to switch it up a bit since we can do it. We can do class program 2. And as you can tell, we're just setting it up like we did last time. So public static void main, main, and then string open space args, and then open another body, which is what these things are called. In between here and here is a body. In between here and here is a body. These are called methods. So yeah, okay. Today we're going to be looking at 3 data types. We're going to look at the int, which stands for integer. We're going to look at double, which is a real number, so it has a decimal point, and we're going to be looking at a string. So first up is int. Oh gosh, hope I can spell it right. Int. So that's all you do. You write int, then you write the name of what you want it to be. So I'm going to name my number, well, num for short. I'm going to set it equals to, you can do it like this, you can set equal to like 10 like that, but what I prefer is I prefer to have everything spaced out. As you can see, I have one space between num and equals, and I have one space between 10 and equals. So what this is saying is I want the integer, I want num, that is an integer, to equal 10. And then end statement. So now what we can do with that is we can go system.out.println, print line, and we can, instead of having the quotations with data types, you can just write num, for example, and you just run this, and as you can see, what comes up is 10. But if you put quotations around it, around num, what will come up is it'll say num, so that's not what you want. You want the actual variable num to show up, not what you wrote in there. So you want the variable num, which is an int, which equals 10. So that's what an int does. Now let's look at a double. So yeah, double. We'll set this to 15.50, and then we'll enter it, and 15.5 because zeros don't really count, but if I put an 8 there, it'll say 15.58. So that's what a double is. Its number is now a double, which is the double of 15.58, and it's telling him this statement is saying print out the variable num, which is double, which equals 15.58. So num is 15.58. Now we're going to look at string, which is pretty much completely different. So we're not going to name it num anymore. We're going to call it sen. Oh no, let's just do that. We're going to name it line. That's what we're going to name it. And it's a string with a capital S. Oh, string, not a string. Oh my god. String, line. Alright. Hello, people. people of YouTube. Alright, so let me just get it set up here. Okay, so a string is pretty much this. That's what a string is. The thing that strings are useful for is for what if someone has to input something, which we're going to cover in a later tutorial, so I won't get too much into it now. But if somebody inputs something, a lot of the time, depending how far ahead you are in like early programming, a lot of the things that they will be inputting is just normal strings and stuff like that. So that's what string is useful for, because technically we could do like right now if I print this, it'll say hello people of YouTube. But if I write, for example, if I just take away the variable and I add hello people of YouTube. Haha, see what I'm doing there? Alright, if I do that, it just says hello people of YouTube. So now you guys know what this is. It's called a string. Haha. So technically you don't even need this, but I'm just saying that so you know it for future references. So the three data types that we will be using in the next couple, maybe 5, 6 tutorials will be either an int, a double, or a string. So that's it pretty much. So hope you learned something. Please like the video so I know that you appreciate / you like these tutorials, and so I'm not doing it with no reward, because seeing those likes makes me happy. Oh, and subscribe, and happy learning.